Welcome to the spoken tutorial on how to create a library in Koha. In this tutorial we will learn how to create a library, create a group, and edit a library. To record this tutorial I am using Ubuntu Linux operating system 16.04 and Koha version 16.05. To follow this tutorial, learners should have knowledge of library science. To practice this tutorial, you should have Koha installed on your system and you should have admin access in Koha. For more details, please refer to the Koha spoken tutorial series on this website. Let us begin. I have already installed Koha on my system. Let me switch to the Koha interface. Log into Koha using the username and password given at the time of installation. On my system, I had given username as Koha_library. Now type the password that was noted down from the conf.xml file. The Koha main page opens. On the main page, a dialog box appears prompting us to create a patron. You may ignore this dialog box for now. It will be explained in a later tutorial in the same series. First of all, we will start by enabling auto location. We will be using this information later in this tutorial. Go to Koha Administration and click on Global System Preferences. Click on the tab Administration located on the left side. Under the section Login Options, go to Auto Location and from the drop-down change Don't Require to Require. Next, go to the bottom of the page and click on Save All Administration Preferences. Let's move ahead. While setting up Koha, we should add the details of every branch library that we will create in Koha. This data is used in several areas of Koha. Now, let's add a new library. Switch back to Koha interface, go to Home and click on Koha Administration. Locate the section Basic Parameters and click on Libraries and Groups. To add a new library, click on the tab New Library. We will skip the Group section for now. Click on the tab New Library. In this page, note that all the fields marked in red are mandatory. Fill in the fields library code and name for your library as I have done here. Some important things to note are: there should be no space in the library code and it should be less than 10 characters long. This code will be used as a unique identifier in the database. The next section is where we have to fill our library's contact details like address, phone number, etc. I have filled the details as shown here. If you don't have information for any field listed here, then just leave it blank. Likewise, fill in your library's details on this page. The address and phone number details can be used to make custom notices for your library later. These details can also be used by members when they want to contact the library. The email ID field is not mandatory as you can see. However, it is extremely important to have an email ID for the library you create. This is the email ID from where the notices to the members go to and come from. Gmail ID is preferable as it can be easily configured for sending mail and or receiving mail. Below the email ID field, we have Reply to and Return Path fields. Reply to if you would like to specify another default email address for all replies to notices. You can do that here. I will add reply to email ID as stlibreoffice@gmail.com. If this is left blank, then all replies will go to the email ID given above. Coming to return path, this is the email address that all bounced messages will go to. If this is left blank, then all bounced messages will go to the email ID given above. So basically, 3 different email IDs can be used for email ID, reply to, and return path. However, if only one email ID is provided, then by default, Koha will use it for all the 3 fields. Next, mention the URL of your library in the field like I have done here. On filling the URL field, the particular library name will be linked in the holdings table on the OPAC. After this, we have to fill the OPAC info. This is where you have to put information about your library. I have entered some information about my library here. This info will appear in the OPAC when we move the cursor over the library name in the holdings table. If the URL of a particular branch library is put in this field, then OPAC will tell us the branch library where the book is available. To get the hyperlink address information, hover the mouse on the link. This will give the address of the particular branch library where the book can be issued from. Next, we have the IP address. Let's switch back to the Koha interface. If you wish to limit the access of your staff to a specific IP address, then fill the IP address, like I have done here. Please note, we had enabled auto-location at the beginning of this tutorial. So here, IP address has to be mentioned. Lastly, we have the notes field. This is where you can fill in any notes for future reference. These will not be displayed in OPAC. After entering all the details, click on the Submit button. The name of the newly added library appears on the libraries page. In our case, Spoken Tutorial Library. Let us now see when to use the Group Library option. If you want to add a new group, click on the tab New Group. Suppose you have a few branch libraries. Use Group Library to group branches like Chemistry Library, Physics Library, and Biology Library. Name this group as Science Library, which falls under the main library. Grouping can be done on the basis of similarities and/or some similar characteristics, etc. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Let us summarize. In this tutorial, we learned to create a library, create a group, and edit a library. As an assignment, create a new library and create a new group. The video at the following link summarizes the Spoken Tutorial project. Please download and watch it. The Spoken Tutorial project team conducts workshops and gives certificates. For more details, please write to us. Do you have questions in this Spoken Tutorial? Please visit this site. Choose the minute and second where you have the question. Explain your question briefly. Someone from our team will answer them. Forum for specific questions. The Spoken Tutorial forum is for specific questions on this tutorial. Please do not post unrelated and general questions on them. This will help reduce the clutter. With less clutter, we can use these discussions as instructional material. Spoken Tutorial project is funded by NMEICT MHRD Government of India. More information on this mission is available at this link. This is Bella Tony from IIT Bombay signing off. Thank you for joining.